Hello everyone, welcome back to Neokills Gaming. We're back with some more Immortals Fenyx Rising. And in today's video, since we have almost the entirety of the Valley of the Eternal Spring done, we are going to be doing the entire Aphrodite quest line. This is going to be how to get all three blessings. This will include everything from start to finish, minus the actually acquiring the tiers. I have already done those vaults and got the tiers for those vaults, but I will put the cards for those videos up above, so make sure you check the info card above if you need help with the tiers.
You wouldn't happen to be Aphrodite?
Why, yes, I am. Pleasure to humbly make your acquaintance.
Phoenix, sorry, I'm just such a fan. You're responsible for some of the most epic love stories of all time. I have to admit, I wasn't expecting a tree, but even in your, arboreal state, you're beautiful.
Oh, that's sweet of you to say, but the only mirror I gaze into these days reflects the happy smiles of the creatures I help. If only I could travel to those most in need. But alas, my roots keep me anchored here.
So that's why Typhon did this to you. So you can't use your beauty to move ships or inspire bravery in battle against him.
Me? Start a war? I don't know where you get such outlandish ideas. True beauty is found in acts of service. True love is the giving of yourself to others. The name Aphrodite should have stood for those things all along.
She did not just say that.
I am reformed now. My old essence locked away in a vault, wedged under my largest root, which is for the best.
Maybe I could get that essence back for you. I'm going to need allies to go up against Typhon.
We have the hungry to think about.
You said you need to free yourself from your roots. To feed the hungry, of course. Well, my roots were as a pretty bad farmer, so I know how to hurt plants. Salt, it shrivels them up.
Oh, would that work? But of course my roots are not ordinary. They're primal, powerful.
So we'll need, mythical salt water? Oh! This is in the prophecy! A pearl in rough seas! You were a pearl born from rough seas! The salty sea foam from your birth!
Yes, what an inspired proposal. But I couldn't possibly trouble a stranger to recreate the conditions of my birth.
What if a stranger asked to be troubled?
If a stranger asked to be troubled, then I suppose I wouldn't really be troubling them at all. Here's how to conjure sea foam from my birthplace.
I already know all about this. Mom loved this story. Grandpappy Uranus threw a pearl into the sea. The sea churned into foam, and Aphrodite rose up out of it.
A pearl? Grandpappy? I'm not sure that's how it...
That's definitely the story.
Okay. I'm sure that's how it went down.
Got it. Knock a pearl into the ocean really hard. That sounds simple enough.
Oh, thank you, Phoenix. I'll be serving fresh apples to the less fortunate across the Golden Isle in no time.
Well, this is weirder than the time the meter turned that kid into a
Alright, for this we have to be up here. It's a little quicker if you just teleport to a closer vault, but doesn't actually look like we have any real close. I don't think that's going to help us a whole lot, but we'll go here.
Isn't that what you were aiming for?
Well,
when you
we're a little
married
closer,
Dr.
but-
Hephaestus against her will?
Hey now, it wasn't. I mean, she knew I was doing it for our own good.
Probably didn't save us a whole lot of time with the load screen and still the same distance. And now climbing a mountain. Alright, and here we are. We just had to kill this guy.
Grandpappy Uranus locked all the Cyclopes away with the other Titans, huh?
Yes. He was afraid they'd overthrow him. There was a prophecy.
Bored. Grandpappy made the right call. Those things are an eyesore. Get it?
Then we're just gonna shove our pearl down this hill here.
The birth of Aphrodite is a gruesome tale.
Nothing gruesome about it. Grandpappy Uranus and my deadbeat dad, Kronos, had a battle so great it severed heaven from earth.
Oh, he got knocked away. And here you can just use Athena's dash.
That's not over. During his surprise
Smash all these rocks up.
descended on Uranus.
When Earth was severed from heaven, there was a great earthquake that knocked a pearl loose from its oyster.
Hang on, there was no...
The pearl flew from its oyster on land and Uranus caught it and flung it out to sea with such a force that it caused the frothy foam to bubble.
Alright, now that we have that done, we can shoot our 3 targets here. And drop the pearl right on in.
From the sea foam, Aphrodite rose.
Alright, and that is the first part. That's how you get the first blessing in this part. This is going to be a long video, by the way, if you haven't figured that out already. At least much longer than we're used to here.
I can't take this anymore. Zeus, Gaia lied to you about how Aphrodite was born.
Oh yeah? Then tell me how it really happened.
And Kronos, they fought.
You can't be serious.
Fell into the sea.
That's...
Because Kronos cut off his...
You're sick!
You've returned, you sweet creature. Do you have the sea foam?
Right here.
Oh, aren't you good? Please, take my blessing for all your hard work. Now quick, pour the foam on my roots. The sooner I can move, the sooner I can expand my apple care.
Did it work?
Coming out of the foam, I was so fabulous. No, there's too many cuddly creatures that need my help. It keeps me awake at night, just seeing their little beaks and bright eyes, and those noses, those quivering wet noses.
With the sea foam secure. Phoenix...
And now we got a little fight.
With the key to freedom and control.
What just happened?
Typhon must not like you, though I couldn't possibly imagine why. Whenever anyone defies him, he sends one of his raids. And that raid delegates responsibility, as raids tend to do, to shades.
So the warrior that just appeared wasn't really Achilles?
Goodness, no! The true Achilles is far more dashing.
Oh, you're telling me.
He's hiding in a lair nearby, Until he's defeated, his shades will reappear on this part of the island.
Is there ever any good news?
Well, the sea foam worked and I'm able to move my roots. One of them was actually blocking Achilles' lair. I can't help but the other three rays, though: Heracles, Atalanta, and Odysseus. Oh, you know what they say. Bad things come in fours.
No one says that.
No one says that.
Tough crowd.
What about the root blocking your essence? It's just that some people I care about have been turned into stone, so I'm quite keen to...
No. No. For some reason, that root is still firmly in place. Thank you for your concern. But what matters is I can start delivering apples. All the animals will be fed in no time. Let's get to it. Thank you kindly for all your help. Many happy returns.
But That was strange.
I can't keep standing idly by. Sorry, I mean busily preparing anymore. You have to bring Aphrodite back to her beautiful, snarky self before I go crazy.
By the gods, where did you come from?
Behind you? Doesn't matter. Don't worry about me. Focus on finding another way to shrivel that root.
So what? Saltier, more mythical water? Actually, wait. What about Aphrodite's tears? Didn't she cry at the death of Adonis? They'd be salty and powerful.
You really know your stories, kid. Her tears just might work, if you put them directly on the root, blocking off her essence. Now, where did Typhon hide them? You should search the vaults of Tartarus nearby. There are 3 crystallized tears.
I actually found those already.
With all 3 tiers collected, Phoenix set off.
Again, if you need those tiers, the cards for those videos are up top. There is, right underneath here, oh, there it is. You can fast travel right here to Gaia's Soul. That makes that a lot quicker. But yes, once you have all 3 tiers, go ahead and head on up here.
Hoping to shrivel the root to unblock the vault, Phoenix sprinkled the tears.
No! Adonis, my love! Why does my mind dwell on you? What's happening to me?
Oops! I'd better go find Aphrodite.
Aphrodite really loved Adonis. And I married her off to Hephaestus.
Yes, Adonis meant the world to her.
I let that boar kill him.
You did what?
I mean, I didn't kill him, but I didn't try to save him either. I didn't listen to Aphrodite.
Aphrodite, please, just tell me what's wrong.
Well, I appreciate that you were trying to help me. There was really no need to trouble yourself.
I just thought if we could move the root, I could get
I can
you...
move the root anytime I want. Well, since you watered my roots with the sea foam, that is. So, thank you. But there is no need to concern yourself with my essence.
Wait. I've been putting up with all this. The tears, the horrific niceness, for no reason? You're undead to me.
Hermes, All my pettiest jealousies and all my most self-absorbed beliefs are locked away. Why would I ever want to be reunited with them?
Sure, you weren't the most charitable person, but that's not everything. Remember all the fun we had gossiping about the other gods? Making fun of the ugly sashes Hera wears to parties?
That mustard sash made her look like a shriveled carrot. No. It was all time wasted. I should have been more. I never measured up.
What in Hades are you talking about, never measured up? By whose standard?
What's she talking about?
I can't imagine.
It's no use. She won't hear reason.
Try insulting some other gods.
No, it would only be fun for me. Acts of charity are all good and necessary, but not from Aphrodite. Her spice made the world interesting. She added a zing to things, you know?
She literally changed the world. I mean, she started the Trojan War, and all so she could be named the most beautiful.
That's it!
I don't know if we have time to start a war, Hermes.
No! We'll bring her the prize her vanity won her. Something she wanted so much, she let the world go to war for it. If she sees it, maybe she'll want her old zing back.
The Apple of Discord.
The Apple of Discord.
I'll find it as soon as I can.
Good. She's boring right now. I can't make one remark about what Persephone is doing with her hair before she starts prattling on about the needy. I miss the old Aphrodite.
Alright, for this one, we can also teleport right to it. And as you can see, we need to get 2 more apples here. First one's easy enough. Just come right up here behind the statue, and you'll see one sitting here. And then for the second one, if you go over here to the edge, and look over this way. I know I didn't have the best angle for that. Guess I should get my stamina back. Thought I had enough I can make it all the way up. Alright, but if you come over here, you'll see a ton of apples on the ground. And you can just toss them right back on over here. That should be good enough. Yeah, you can make that jump. I don't know. I was retarded with my jumps there for a minute. And here we can see our apple. And this is going to be awfully similar to the pearl. We're just going to pull it over here and let it fall down this.
You might have offered Paris power, Hera, but it wasn't enough to win the Apple of Discord.
Of course not. It was a total turn. Paris didn't want power. He was a slave to love.
Athena, if Paris had known the Trojan War was coming, maybe he would have taken the battle wisdom you promised him in exchange for the apple. But alas.
time paradox.
Wow. You're smarter than I gave you credit for.
Oh, sorry. I nodded off for a second. What was that? The Apple of Discord. All Hades broke loose over that thing. 3 goddesses, toe-to-toe for the title of most beautiful.
Ah, but our hero knew the apple symbolized more to Aphrodite than a self-regard worthy of Narcissus. That's why she had to win.
Oh yeah? What did Phoenix think it symbolized?
Freedom.
Alright, and we can head right back over here. It's a pretty long process for all of this.
Aphrodite, I have something for you.
I've had enough of your gifts. What I mean to say is, I'm only here to give, not to receive.
But it's another apple for your collection.
It's so beautiful. I want it.
Did you know the Trojan War could have been avoided if Eris had been invited to Peleus and Thetis' wedding?
What? I thought it had something to do with Troy and Greece. The shade Eris was throwing, how did I not put 2 and 2 together?
The best parties are the ones that the goddess of discord shows up to uninvited. Everyone knows that.
Cat fight!
To think Hera pulled Athena's hair over an apple. Her own daughter.
Ah, right. The beauty contest. What moron appointed that blowhard Paris the judge?
I'm looking at him.
To be fair, I'd had a lot to drink.
It wasn't Paris' fault. Hera offered to make him king of Asia and give him great riches. Athena offered great glory and renown in war. But show me a god or mortal who could resist Aphrodite's bribe of true love.
Yeah, sure. It was Helen of Sparta's love Paris was after.
So he did exactly what you asked and chose the most beautiful woman. Then, you know, started the Trojan War.
I wanted to win that apple so badly. I wanted to win that apple so badly. I started a war for it. To show Zeus. Everything that came after was my fault.
You are acting according to your nature, Aphrodite.
Which is exactly why I'm better off without my essence. My nature caused only pain.
That's where you're wrong, Aphrodite. You can't have one side of the coin without the other. Your passion, your unpredictability, and, I'll say it, your jealousy, your vanity, yes, they caused pain. But you know what else they did?
What?
They created some of the greatest adventures, the greatest epics, the greatest stories the world will ever see. I'm a storyteller, I know. Sure, we would all be safer if we just stayed at home. But everything's more beautiful in color. The passion is worth the pain.
Oh, in that vault are my unfiltered jealousies and darkest natures. If I let you in, everyone will judge me. I've been judged before. Aphrodite, rein it in. Aphrodite, you're too much work. Aphrodite, you're too much trouble. Aphrodite, you're too much.
Whoever said that owes you an apology. What a jerk.
I never meant it like that.
Didn't you?
You don't have to compete for my or anyone's love. You are enough. Anyway, if you're that beautiful and have a perfect personality too, well, honestly, it's just annoying at that point.
All right. I'll move my root. Please, take this blessing before you go in there. You can find me at the Hall of the Gods. Get off me, all of you! It's enough already! Why don't you just go get a job?
I had no idea Hermes and Aphrodite were so close.
They even had a child together.
No way. Boy or girl?
No.
Ah, I see. The child was non-binary.
Look at you.
Prometheus, I have an unfolded collection. I'm with it.
Alright, here we are at the final part of this. Probably the most notable and the most difficult part of this whole thing. And what I assume most of you are going to need help with in order to get through. That is, if you're watching this video, of course.
Maybe Hera's just jealous that Heracles wore it better than her. There, I said it.
Alright, so there are a total of 4 chests in here. It's probably best to mark them off right away, so that way you can find them easily enough. Alright. This is going to be a pretty long, not overly difficult vault, but it can get frustrating and kind of confusing on what to do at some points. Alright, so for this first part,
A seed? Oh, it's from Aphrodite's tree. Typhon's
make sure you're hitting the roots when you shoot these flames, or the fire arrows here.
That's twisted.
Phoenix realized the seeds had to be burned to clear the air.
I'm coming, Aphrodite. Let's get rid of these seeds.
Alright, so there's 4 main sections to this whole thing. This is going to be the first one here. We don't really need that block. Not if you have the clone. But we do need this. Now if you come down here, you're going to take a little bit of damage from the poison, but they got health things all over the place. And inside here is our first chest. Actually, if you would have done this part first, you wouldn't have taken any damage. But over here, you can either bring that block all the way over here, but since we have the clone ability, we're just going to set our clone right on top of it instead of carrying that all the way over here. And now that ball is in there, we can shoot this through the flame and set that seed on fire. And you might notice there is another seed right down there. So if you would have shot that seed first, you wouldn't have taken much damage there. Oh, actually any damage. But I was getting ahead of myself. Alright, and then also for this one, you have to make that giant seed appear by standing on this. And then we just have to take a shot all the way around.
Burn, baby, burn.
And the first section's complete.
Eros needs to calm down and bow down. There's only room on Olympus for one.
Alright, there's some more health if you need to heal up.
I helped Athena by telling her to fix that crow's nest she pretends passes for air. That helps.
I guess we got to get rid of these guys. The quicker you get rid of that seed, obviously, the better off you are. But with all these enemies around, it's kind of hard to do right away. Alright, so there's that section. Again, here's some more health if you need it. You notice our first chest is right over here. Almost missed that ledge. Or sorry, not our first chest, our second one. Alright, and this room is just more of the same, only we have two things, or two seeds to get rid of. And more health than if you need it. timing right now is not on point, but we got it now.
Oh yeah, light my fire.
And the second giant seed is done now. So 2 more sections and 2 more chests to get. So from this, we're going to come right here to the flame. And shoot out that seed. Now with this one, there's going to be a series of these gates, and we have to open them all up. So there's going to be a couple more of these to do yet. And more health if you need it. They have those literally all over the place. Alright, so for this one, it's a little easier if you have the Apollo Arrow upgrade. But I don't, so we're going to just go out this way a little bit here. There are 2 seeds that we have to destroy in this area. One is back in the corner. And the other one is like right behind that block there. So we're just going to go out beyond it a little bit and then turn around and come back. Yeah, if you have the upgraded arrows where you can slow them down and have a little bit more mobility with them, definitely helps out for this. If not, just take a roundabout way of shooting those seeds, but it still works. Now for this, we're going to have to be a little bit more careful. As you can see, there's holes in the ground. That's why I didn't go that other way. And we're going to bring this all the way back here. That should make it in. Alright, on to the last section for this. And for this one, our fire is right over here. So just run right through all of that. Take out that seed. Then you can see there's another one directly over there. And before we do anything else, there is our third chest right behind here. And then, again, just be careful of the holes here.
Aphrodite has me locked down, but I'm out here.
Now again, we just have to time this. Catch our arrow on fire. And then you can just kind of go over those. That's not really important there. They're not much of a block there. And you can see there is another giant seed for us to burn.
Woo! Hot as an eternal flame. You'll be back to yourself soon, Aphrodite.
And there you can see what is our last giant seed, or our last section that we have to complete. And for this one, we have to go over this way. And yet again, more health if you need it.
Seriously, Persephone, moving back in with your mother half the year isn't the changing of the seasons. She's using you. Grow up.
Oops. Don't fall down there like I just did. Just pull this over to catch the seed on fire. And then you can put it right in there. Now leave it in this corner for a little bit so it can catch fire. And try not to waste all your stamina and fall in the hole because, you know, I wanted to jump but I was still holding my L1 in. Now our chest is back there. We kind of already missed it. Well, not missed it, but this time we'll wait to get the poison out of here before we go ahead and head down and get that. Alright, drop that ball in there. Now we'll head back for our chest. Which is right in here. Okay, now we have that in there. We got another seed to burn.
Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire.
That's the last seed. Time to get Aphrodite back to her free-spirited self.
As if I could ever love a man like Hephaestus. I mean, that face alone could sink 1,000 ships. Oh, and down below. Oh, let's just say there's no...
I didn't mean to put so much pressure on Aphrodite.
Sometimes we think we're showing love for someone, when really, we're fulfilling our own needs through them.
So you're saying I actually need someone to protect me?
Not exactly, but
It's so true. I've always had to stay strong for everyone. No one ever takes care of me.
Now that all that's done, all that's left is this fight here. And then you'll have the essence.
Zeus was so threatened by me. He married me off the first safe person that proposed. I deserve better than Hephaestus.
Not fair. He kind of held me hostage. Which was pretty impressive. I thought, this guy is son material.
he was already your son.
Well, that was the only moment he lived up to it.
I guess we'll get some stamina back here. We're gonna need it.
People are threatened by my beauty. That's their problem, not mine.
I keep forgetting to use those defense and attack potions also. I always forget I have those. We'll use one now. Honestly, I don't even know which one's switch because I never use them.
I'd hug you, but I'm chained to a rock.
Well, that wasn't the most graceful fight in the world, but, you know, we did it.
A faint hint of perfume wafted past.
That smell.
fazed by the jealous thought.
Alright, now that all that's left is to go back to the Hall of the Gods and give the essence to Aphrodite. Well, I know this was a long video, but I really hope this helped you guys out. If it did, make sure you leave a like on the video. If you have any questions about anything in here, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know. If I missed anything, go ahead and leave a comment also. I don't believe I did, but I'm pretty sure that was all of it. Alright, and this is it. All 3 blessings. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more on Immortals and any other guides.
I didn't doubt that. But do you see me differently now that you've heard all my worst thoughts?
Not at all. I'm excited to meet the real you. Because honestly, Hermes' hair is a bit much right now.
Wait, what?
Okay. Then I'm ready.
May your passion and love forever be boundless. Rise, golden goddess Aphrodite.
Speechless? I know. Can you believe you actually had to convince me to return to this body? Oh, without you, I would have lost the ability to love myself forever.
Actually, I stole that years ago.
Clearly. Looks like you've been loving yourself far too much. Oh, you might want to disinfect that toga.
Oh, glad you're back.
Please, Phoenix, take my final blessing as thanks.
Ready to defeat Typhon?
I'm more than ready to take down the ugly beast that stole my beauty. But there is one other thing I could use your help with.
What can I do?
There are 4 mythical beasts Typhon brought out of Tartarus to terrorize the creatures of the Golden Isle. If you could end their reign by defeating them in battle, I would be extremely grateful. Normally I wouldn't care, but I guess I'm going soft.
I'll take care of it.
Of course you will.